Hello everyone, my name is Saksham Dikshit and this is my channel Pentest Diaries. So today I'll make the another video on continue and the break itself statement, and this is a continuation of the same series of Solidity programming language, and in this we'll try to cover both the concept of continue and the break statement itself, why we utilize that, and what is the purpose of the continue and the break. So we'll go with the theory part first and then we'll go to the practical section for it, as we are doing it always. So I'll just make it a one-liner statement first for you. We can use continue and the break statement within loops to control the flow of the execution of it. Okay, so wheresoever we are talking about the loops itself, we can utilize a break and the continue statement over there itself. That's a one-liner one. Now if we go deeper inside of the continue statement, so the continue statement is used to skip the rest of the code inside of the loop and move to the next iteration. So whenever there is a condition we want to skip the next stuffs which is inside of the loop itself and want to get it continue to the next one, then in that case we have to use the continue. So I'll repeat the statement once again. The continue statement is used to skip the rest of the code inside a loop and move to the next iteration. Okay, it's typically used to bypass certain iteration based on a specific condition itself. So on the basis of the specified conditions, we are using the continue so that we can skip those sections for it and go to the next section itself, wheresoever we have defined the conditions for it. That we call it as a continue statement. If you're talking about the break, so break statement is used to exit the loop even if the loop condition is still be true. So for example, it doesn't matter whether the condition is true or false itself, wheresoever you are using a break, it will terminate the whole loop and coming out of it. And it's typically used when a specific condition is met and you want to terminate the loop immediately. So wheresoever you want the action to be immediately will happen, we require the break statement to be over there itself, so that we can terminate the whole loop itself and we get the final results of it using the break. Both continue and the break statements are used for controlling the flow of execution within loops and customizing the behavior based on the specific conditions. So it's depend on it where exactly we are utilizing it. So the flow of the execution within a loop and customizing the behavior based on the specific condition. Wheresoever the condition we have defined it, on the basis of that we have, like wheresoever the requirement of the break, we have to utilize the break where we want that the whole code will be get terminated and we get the result. Wheresoever we want to skip something, then in that case we can use the continue statement itself. Okay, so that's all about the theory part. Now we'll go to the practical section for it. So now we're talking about the actual code itself. So this is the code which I have prepared from my side. The syntax is as always similar like the earlier one which we have discussed about it. Now the name of the contract we have defined as a continue underscore break. Okay, now we have to define one of the function, as we have to utilize the break inside of the loop itself. So we have not use it directly in a contract, we have to use inside of the function. So loop we are using inside of the function only. That was the reason behind it. And now this is the function which we are defining it. We are giving the name of the function as a loop, then public pure returns, we are returning a value as unsigned integer. Now go inside of your unsigned integer count equal to 0, which we have to define it as a local variable. Instead of defining as a state variable, we are going with this local variable over here itself. Now this is a for loop which we have discussed in last video itself. So where you can able to understand, like for statement itself, we have to define it, the initialization of the value itself, what actually the value of the I we have to get it defined, and define that it should be a unsigned integer. Then we have to define the condition which it should be I should be less than 10, and then we have defined the iteration where we are talking about I equal to I plus 2. Now we go inside of it and we are using a if condition. If I equal to 6, then in that case it will be continue. Okay, and then what exactly is happening, I'll show you that. So I have put it both the commands over here itself and I'll show you that what exactly difference between it. So initially I will show you with the continue just by commenting a break. Once I'll just run that and show you the output for it, then I'll comment the continue and then I'll go with a break statement to be uncomment and then run the code once again. So we'll go with the continue first. Let's see. Now the code is run. Then after that we'll deploy the code. We'll go over here, click on the loop. So you can see we get the output as 20. Okay, that is one situation where we are using continue. Now let me comment this and let me uncomment this section. Okay, let me compile the code once again and let me deploy it now. Let me delete this first. deploy it. So once we deploy it, when I click on the loop, I can see it's 15. Okay, I'll explain you what's the difference between it. Okay, so now if I'm talking about the break itself, so what's the difference? Now I'll explain you what it. So in case of break, we are seeing 15. So what exactly is happening? I equal to 0, I should be less than 10, and I equal to I plus 2 is the condition for it. So initially I equal to 0. We'll see the condition I equal to 0. It will not run and it will increase the count. Count equal to 0 plus 5. So the count value now become 5. Once again, the for loop will run once again itself, where the I value will be incremented by 2. So now the I value equal to 2. It will be less than 10 itself, and now we can see this condition, it's false. Then in that case, count equal to 5 plus 5, that means 10. Now once again the condition will run once again, and we are talking about I equal to, it's already 2, now it's already incremented by 2 plus, so it's 4. So now I equal to 4, it's less than 10, and then it's again check, no, it's not happening. Now it's again go to this section, then it 10 plus 5 equal to 15. Now once again I is incremented by 2, and now I is now become 6. When it's fulfill the condition, it will go inside of it and the program will be break. Once the program is break, it will not run this command, it will terminate the whole program, and now it will return the value count is equal to 15, as the value of the count is at this time is 15. So that is the difference between a continue and the break. If we're talking about the continue, if this situation happen I equal to 6, then in that case continue will trigger instead of break. Continue will trigger and this condition will run once again. That was the reason we are getting, in case of break we are getting a count as 15, and in case of continue we're getting a count as 20. So it will run once more in case of continue, and then the value will be getting returned back, and we get the 20 in case of continue, and in case of break we are getting a 15 as a count value. Okay, so that's all about the stuffs, and this is the actual difference between a break and the continue, which is want to get it covered in this video itself. I hope you like this video. If you have any doubt, please put the comment in the comment section of this video itself. If you like this video, please subscribe my channel. Thank you so much once again. Take care. Bye bye.